Hey guys, so one of my Patreon asked me to do a video on this company. So this company is Silverquest Metals, right? And the reason why I wanted to do it too, because I think that this company is very unique because it has one of the highest grade silver projects in the world. So recently they just completed a feasibility study, right? So we'll take a look at the feasibility study first. So you can see that initial capex of this project is $138 million US dollars, right? So it's 8.5 years of mine life. So it can produce average of 10 million ounces of silver equivalent per year. And then if we break down the metals components, it produces 56,000 ounces of gold and 5.2 million ounces of silver, right? And that equivalent to 10 million ounces of silver per year. And then if we look at the all-in sustaining cost number, it's around $7 per ounce. And then if we look at the after-tax IRR, is 52%, right? So it's a very robust project. And then now if we look at their reserves table here, so you can see the reserve, they have about total of 94.7 million ounces of silver equivalent. And if we break down by the metals, they have 500,000 ounces of gold and 49 million ounces of silver, right? That's the breakdown. So what makes this project interesting is their grade, right? So you can see the silver grade is around 500 gram per ton, right? That's a very high grade silver mine, right? And then if we look at like the silver equivalent is around 800 gram per ton, right? So that's why this project is very unique, because it's one of the highest grade silver projects in the world. So now let's take a look at the 1 year chart for Silverquest. So you can see that the stock actually down like 32% since the January high, right? But in a bigger picture, if we look at the 1 year period, is actually still up about 57%. And then if we look at their market cap right now is around 1.2 billion US dollars. So you probably might think that the market cap is pretty high for the project of its size, right? I do somewhat agree, right? Because I do think that, if this were a pure gold company that produces about 100,000 ounces of gold per year, the market cap would be around maybe like 300 million, right? It wouldn't be over $1 billion for a project in this stage, right? But since this is a primary silver project, so in terms of a primary silver project, they always trade a higher premium than gold projects. And that's how the silver market work, because even the silver producers, they are trading a higher premium than gold producers. And one of the main reason is there's not a lot of silver project out there, like the primary silver projects. A lot of the silver are produced from byproducts, right, from a gold mine or a copper mine. So that's why it makes a lot of the silver projects very rare in a sense. That's why you see the market cap is very high, and that's the reason behind it. And another part I wanted to say is, I always emphasize on jurisdiction, right? But in terms of silver projects, I really don't want to focus too much on jurisdiction. So there's not a lot of options, right? Like most of the silver miners are in Mexico, right? Like that's how the geology works, right? A lot of the silver are either in like Mexico, Peru, or China, right? So there's not a lot of options. So that's why you don't want it to focus too much on the jurisdiction, if that makes any sense, because like all the silver, like if you want to invest in North American market, then most of them are in Mexico, right? There are a few in like Canada and USA. Like Canada, there's a company that I really like is Alexco. Alexco is one of the, again, a high grade silver mine in Canada, but like that's only one silver project. And in terms of like So a lot of the silver miners are located in Mexico, right? So that's why I don't want to focus too much on the jurisdiction side, simply because there's not a lot of options. And then now let's take a look at their financings. It's very interesting. You can see that like their first financing was done at like about $1 per share, right? And then the next one, it increases to like $2, right? And then the third one is like $3.73, right? So you can see how crazy the financing is for this company, right? It increases value to shareholders every time they do a financing, right? And then if we look at their most recent financing, it's actually done at $9.20 US dollars, right? So you can see how much potential this company is, because a lot of the fund is buying into this company. And the main reason for that is first, high grade, very high grade. And then second is they have huge exploration upside. So you can see that this is their recent drill results from this project. You can see that it intersected 2.4 meters of 19,000 gram per ton of silver, right? That's extremely high grade, right? That's crazy. So so I think that like even the gold portion is very high, right? 550 gram per ton gold. And then they do have another project in the early stage, and you can see that their drill result is 4.1 meters of 600 gram per ton silver equivalent, right? So again, they could potentially have another high grade project in the future, right? And this is the reason why Silverquest is trading at this kind of valuation. And then if we look at their outlooks for this year and next year, you can see that so this project, their current project right now is construction ready, right? So now they try to get a formal construction decision on this year, and then they could start construction this year. And then and if they started construction this year, you should expect production next year, second half of next year, right? And then again, they have exploration upside on their other projects, right? So I think that overall, I think this company has a lot of potential. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I cover all the main area of this company. And yeah, and that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.